Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super card game video. This one is different. Trying to get used to being on camera just a little bit here and there, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna mess up with just a little bit more, so if there's cuts or there's like weird things going on, that's why. So a rundown for today's video is basically I made a post on the Facebook group or the Dragon Ball Super card game Facebook group, just talking, you know, just saying like, hey, let's play a game. Postcards that were absolutely busted. But will probably never be played again, or cards that are amazing or could be amazing but will never be played. I think most people in this post really just posted about the former. That's fine, I guess. And really, I started it out with Jiren, which is the 4-drop that has double strike and 20k and can attack things in active mode. You guys know the one. If you guys haven't been around, then you won't know the significance about this particular card, and maybe even all the ones that are listed here. And we have this, the Kale pops everything, you know, yeah, you know the Zero. Time Patrol Trunks, Courageous Heart Yajirobe. You know, the thing about these cards is that most of these it suffers against the two major problems of the game, and basically the progression and the evolution of the game. And I was gonna make a whole video, a whole like analysis and breakdown and stuff like that, but I thought this was more fun and put a little bit more in the community as well as myself, which is why, you know, I want to be a little more personable. This one again, or these two suffer from the first thing is counterplays. So anything from Hidden Potential, anything from Denial of Hope, anything from, you know, Vegeta the Cruel, even for Jiren, and is even with Kale, even though she does get her effect, maybe even Yajirobe. It just those type of things. If it doesn't have barrier, that, you know, it's just really annoying to deal with. And the second one is that the card probably, or there is probably another card that does it better. Those are the two main things that for really any of these cards that we're going to take a look at suffer from, or is the cause of why we'll never see it in the format again. Anyway, so Jiren was just absolutely busted at the time. Same thing for Kale. This was like set 2, set 3 type things going on. And just the fact that you can go ahead and remove something and swing and gain 30k for the rest of the battle. So like it's just gonna die at the time. Like you're gonna have to either take the L on that or negate, basically, because it's just gonna swing at you twice, and then after a KO something, you just swing a leader. The KO was just great because we just didn't have that much board removal, and the fact that you can actually swing with 5 or less and it has critical and you draw, and in Mecha Veggies and as well as SS3 Veggies and a lot of other variants, she was just really good. Same thing for Yajirobe. We didn't have any revenge blockers. He's just kind of fallen off because of all the red stuff. Again, counterplays, and it just dies. It doesn't have barrier. And then Time Patrol Trunks just got plain old power crept. You know, the 4-drop Bardock that draws you 2, a number of other things. And I think that's the biggest problem with the game right now, where we have all these cards. They're okay, but really the only time they're actually going to be good, or at least played a lot more, is if you have to have a budget option, or if we have a rotation. And again, I mentioned this before a couple times before for rotation. I don't want it, but it is just something to consider. And yeah, I'm just gonna move on before I get flamed. Yeah, this is George, which is Aspira from our our Discord. Yeah, now it's a video. At first I wasn't gonna do it, but now it's a video, so yeah, so I do miss these days. Abnil, is that how you say your name? I've seen your name plenty of times, but I definitely miss these days as well. It was a simpler time. You didn't really have to think about a lot of different things, right? And now you have to think about literally everything, and now you have to pick a deck that's like overall good matchup basis. Before, it was a limited card pool. You just pick a deck and it was really good. For seeing hits, yeah, anything that's like 20k 4-drops is just not that great. Shout out to Jeff, one of our locals, sadly moved away. We all miss you, Jeff. And the 5-drop Gotenks, man, and Soul Striker and SS3 and a lot of different things. This card was busted, and I just really like this card. It was just really good. Just a 25 double strike, draw you card, untap what, 2, right? 2 energy. That's solid. That's a solid card. But right now, paying 5, having a 10k combo in your hand that other cards will draw you cards, other cards will be able to produce a double strike, and especially since around this time didn't really have that much overwhelm. So now we have overwhelm options in order to get that out there a lot more cheaper, basically. And then we have John Bradley, shout out to Scout Report. Yeah, this card, especially the judge ones, were like money. Like people pull these guys and it was just crazy. I personally never used the card too much because, well, I just didn't have it. But I knew a lot of people were like fiending for this card. And at the time, critical, KO something, and swing for 15k. It was solid. It was just a good card, but a lot of people didn't play. And then we have look at that. That's pretty good. Chain Attack Trunks. It's just not played anymore because even if you do, like if you try to establish a 1-drop Trunks, there's a lot of different answers. With the draft box coming out with that new 2-drop Jaren, that's even more reason not to play it. And most people are going to be using that for Gogeta, but this itself for Chain Attack Zeno, yeah. With Pan, such a good time, but so many counterplays. Champa gets around it, and then a lot of other things get around it, and it's just like, it's just really hard to play. It's just not good. There's that Zeno right there. Marcel Russell with the full power Trunks. I personally didn't play it, so I really do not know. Like he says, y'all don't even know. I think it was a cool card because you literally have a 20k double striker for 4. So back in the day, it was probably really good. Yeah, I don't know. Thank God there's a rotation, pay good money. Well, you know. Terra Assault Frost, I guess that was a pretty okay card. This card, the original Topo, literally outclassed by himself. That is completely correct, Marcel. I think the like I think it's like, I think it was good when a lot of decks like went with the wide board. I think right now the current format, and probably the last couple formats, they do go wide, but then they kill you, right? Or they go tall and then they kill you, or they don't do anything and then they kill you. So I mean, there's a lot of different ways that the format has kind of evolved, which Topo is just not relevant anymore. The other Topo can stop turns. This one can swing at things. So, and it has a permanent that's like, Kami's Power Breaker level is pretty solid. That's it. Trunks, man, I don't know if I've said this enough before, but Trunks was probably one of my favorite leaders, like during that meta for Super Saiyan 3, for Storm, and all the other ones. Like, I don't know if I'm pretty sure I don't know if I said that enough, but I definitely loved a Trunks leader. I definitely want to theory class with him right now because there's a lot of tools for him. It's just, you know, a lot of other leaders do better. Like, why would you play this instead of Surge Leader? Why would you not play this? Or why would you play this instead of Hirudegan even? A lot of different things. So it's just like, it just got outclassed. It just got power crept. Then we have the Miraculous Comeback Gohan. I love this card, especially with the Buuhan engine. But in general, like just being a 2-cost in your hand and double strike 25k, and as well as KO something and make them take 2 damage, that is just crazy. It's still a good card. I don't think it's played enough, and I think we have too big of hands for it to be even like viable at this point. So I think what I will say though, the Meditation, the new card that's coming out, along with a couple other things, might make this pretty damn good. So we'll see that. Oh my God, I remember that I had this card and I paid like 15 each for them, and they're like $3 or $4 now. And I was waiting. I was just like, no, I'm gonna get them when they're cheap. And then they came out with the 5-drop Goku from the anniversary box, and then like no one played UI, and we don't really have a use for it. Definitely getting that tier there, but double strike critical though, pretty good. Then we have Marcel Russell with the Vegeta leader. He I was about to say he got tagged. I was like he posted like 4 of them at this point, but Vegeta was really good, especially with unyielding Trunks. That's like the biggest reason why this leader, and as well as the other Trunks that we just took a look at, isn't relevant anymore. This is really unfortunate. That was a different time for aggro, that's for sure. Like the aggro right now is nothing compared to that. That is for sure. Expanding the energy 17 is pretty solid as a 4-drop back in the day with 17 and 18, that's for sure. And then we have I don't know if this was, well, I guess it was played in set 2. A lot of set 2 cards, that's for sure. Really enough, we don't really see too many set 3 cards like this one, which is now banned. And unless you're playing Alternative Power or like something unrestricted, like this card is probably way too strong still. Like we shouldn't bring that back. We should not. Oh, don't talk to me about Cell Chain. Come on now. Don't do that to me. That's all I played. Like, I'm degenerate. It's fine. Martial Expert TN. Yeah, this one, I was gonna say it's a pretty cool card with like Successor now, but I think the Android 15, right, with the yellow, I think that's probably a little bit better. This was still pretty good because now you can get to KO something, but you crit it. So again, getting power correct with that Android 15, and as well as just like having a 2-cost combo in your hand is just not great. It's just like not a good card. Like overall, not a good card. And yeah, that's all I can really say. It was great. You know, shout out to who did that to me? Kaleo, to one of our locals. He was playing androids and or Cell actually. He was playing this card, and I was like, what the hell does that do? That does a lot. Funny how things change. And then we had the 5-drop Mass Saiyan. I still think this is a solid card. I don't know why people aren't like mainboarding Overwhelm. I don't know. I keep touching my face. I'm about to get that coronavirus, dog. Nail. This is a cool card. Still a cool card. It's a squad target, and that's pretty much it. It was cool with the Namekians. It was cool with Super Saiyan 3. That's it. Oh man, Blast from the Past. This one was from the anniversary box, right? I want to say. Still a pretty cool card. 4-drop that only gains barrier if it's in rest mode is really bad. Yeah, it's only because it's a 20k, which doesn't get around. If it had deflect, it would be a little bit better. But because it has to be in rest mode in order to gain barrier, like Vegeta the Cruel and a lot of other things still affect it. But I don't know. Oh, the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. I used to love this card. Not much to say about it. No, I liked it, but let's not do that ever again. Familiar Bonds is still played, so I don't know why. This one was a money card as well. I don't understand why this was so popular, but I guess it was. Being able to return your hand and then all your red stuff basically gets 5k was kind of death-defying, I think. This is the 3rd promo, by the way. Ugh. Oh my god. We got a lot of promos now. Light of Hope Trunks. Cool card. I know people played it. That's it. This was super expensive when it came out, or when it was popular, I would say. And not this foil version, but I think it had a judge version, as well as just a non-foil and a foil version. Oh, this is the non-foil version. Okay. Yeah, that's all I can really say about it. It was cool when people started paying it for free, basically, and then taking 2 damage. It was quite crazy. Scientist Fu, shout out to David Fujimura. Yeah, this was a solid card. I think 7 is just too much, I guess, at this point in the format. If you get to 7, you're probably playing, well, now you're playing secrets in which need things in the drop like Black Smoke, or you're probably playing the Migra if you're playing that many cards in drop, or you're playing Dark Vanisher Fu or something else of that nature, or you already use your drop, or you're playing a Surge Leader and you need your drop, so that way you can use your actual your apes, basically. I don't know. Super Saiyan, shout out to Kate. That's a local as well. Don't at me. No, this was a dope card. This is a dope card. I feel like this Majin Buu for 1 is probably still good. I don't know where, but it is. Dragon Ball, yeah. It's just kind of falling off. It's just not great. March of the Apes, just depends. The power creep in the game real, yeah, pretty much. On all costs, Vegeta, still an awesome card. Just counterplays. Boost attack Piccolo, yeah, no more of that. Barrier versus barrier, shout out to Joel. John, shout out to John. Or Danny. No. We have a repeated Force Vegito. This was actually a really popular card, and the SPR is still like some money. I won't say a lot of money, but it's still pretty good. Or Buhan, basically, and I love Buhan. I can't really tell him. Man, Kaba, what was the replies on this? Super list. I feel like Kaba is still relevant. I don't think people are realizing how much like U7 support or U6 support that we actually have, and I don't know. I think he needs to be explored. He can be counterplayed. He can be killed pretty easily now, but it is something to look out for. Results of training, yeah. Mass Saiyan, already know. Trunks power overseeing time, yeah, for sure. Piccolo, man, Piccolo was a baller. Look how many Piccolos this man has. Oh my god. Okay then. Yeah, the GOAT. Yeah, that is the GOAT. Shout out to Jordan Markle. Marcel says, to the people who say I still use this card, hope this started as a wake-up call to stop doing that. That's pretty accurate. Pretty solid at all costs. Yeah, Josh, shout out to Josh, of course. Mai was so good in Trunks aggro. Like, it is so good. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, at that time, people thought like there wasn't anything else for your turn. So you slap this bad boy girl or bad girl down with a shotgun, you swing, you put everything in that attack, and you basically die, especially since unyielding at that time was not banned. So it's just like, it just adds to that. What else you got? Ability Unleash or Son Gohan, Ultimate Gohan. And I love this card. It was really good in like Pan. It's okay card now for a familiar bonds target. It's just other cards do better things, I guess. Like none of the cards that draw or double strike are being played because of counter plays. So yeah, God Charge of Vegeta. It's pretty good. The Secret Rare of Vegito. I remember that. It was an awesome card at the time. No Tao. No Goten. It's just too good. Same thing with Shenron or Shigesh. I love this card with Child's Wish. Man, I loved it. Foreseeing Hammer, you kind of mentioned that. And then Legendary Flute. No more Legendary Flute. No more broken cards. I'm done with that. Okay, that's really about it. I really wanted to kind of take some time to take a look at everybody's entries. It's only expected, basically. All these are really expected. Let me know what you think as far as all the posts or all the replies that I've gotten. Do you agree with all these? Do you agree with my post? How bad is power creep, etc.? Oh, by the way, another reason why I wanted to make this is because I made an article way back when about power creep and the leaders on our website. Check it out in the description below if you want to take a read for that. But that is it. Subscribe if you're new. Like, dislike, all that other jazz. I will see you in the next one. Later.